I played
In the
this one.
realm where spirits dance, where dragons soar with fiery glance, a song of power, strength untold, for human hearts, for young and old, wings that span starry night, scales that gleam with ancient light. Dragons rise, guardians bold, tales of healing, tales untold. Almighty ones, wise and grand, protectors of this sacred land. With breath of fire, a timeless art, they heal and mend each wounded heart. Through shadows deep and forests wide, they guide us with a noble stride. In the dance of life, a sacred chance to heed the call of dragon trance. Scale by scale, a shield they weave. In the moonlit night, their magic breathe. Whispers of protection, strong and true. In the realm where dreams come true. So gather round, O kin of earth. Let the dragon's melody give birth to healing streams and fiery light as we journey through the shaman's night. O dragons, ancient and divine, your friendship like the stars will shine. In the tapestry of life, a song we weave with spirits, dragons, hearts believe.
Our guest speaker has arrived, looking splendid in white with a dragon behind her. So where's everyone coming in from? So we've got North Georgia, Iowa, Texas. So everyone's from America then. Anyone else from outside of America? Music was beautiful. It was me. I was singing it with my tight pants on. Obviously not. I did write it. I didn't write it. I channeled it from Merlin, and then I got someone to sing it. It is beautiful. Germany, New York, Sweden, all over the place. Guest speaker is in Italy, in Rome. Well, just outside Rome, a suburb of Rome.
Still counts.
Still counts.
It
Yeah,
still counts. In out of the whole wide world, it's Rome.
exactly. In which case, I'm in London.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only 300 miles away.
300 miles.
I'm down in Dartmoor, which is a big park, national park in Devon, in England. It's beautiful.
I think that my woman friend that runs the bed and breakfast, I think she's from Devon.
Is she?
We're
Hey.
gonna become best friends.
All the best people live in Devon. Wow.
Yeah.
A few others live in other places, of course. Where's everyone else from? Margaret's picture is beautiful. Look at that rainbow dragon behind her. Wow, that's gorgeous. I like a rainbow dragon. France. Whereabouts in France? It's a big place. Are you in Nice or in Paris? I haven't been to Paris for a long time. It was very nice back in the 80s.
I was there in 2006.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Seattle in Washington. Blimey, people from all over the world. It must be because you're talking, Alessandra. That's what it is. The
I
white
don't know what
dragon
the
energy.
usual is. I don't know what the usual is.
It depends on who's on.
Oh.
What we normally do is give it until about 3 minutes past, because some people like to be early birds or early dragons, and then a few people like to be a bit late. They don't like to be. Yeah, we got quite a few on camera today, which is good to see. It's lovely to see your beautiful faces. Nothing worse than staring at a wall of just names. It's like, okay, who's there? Who's behind that name?
Oh, I often in webinars when I participate just put my name because I'll be in bed or my hair is always really messy.
I love seeing that people sort of lounging around on their sofas and eating their popcorn. Who cares? The only person being recorded is the person speaking. So if you don't want to be recorded, don't speak. Simple as that. It just records whoever speaks. So you can all sit around, do whatever you like, scratching whatever you want to scratch, and eating whatever you want to eat, and laying wherever you want to lay.
Simone is cinema like.
Popcorn cinema light. That's it. That's it. If you don't like what we're saying, you can chuck popcorn at the screen.
I'm losing my feathers.
Do remember, everyone, that there's a thing called says show captions, and there's captions down there, and you can like send love heart, and somebody says something you like, you can say, "Oh, that was amazing." So where is it? Let me press it. Is that one? It's not captions. It's reactions. Sorry, reactions. So I'm just going to do one now myself. See, look, I love heart. I think it's great. It's good to be, yeah, party time. So if people say something nice, it's nice to be interactive. So when our speaker's talking, you can send her lots of love. It's very hard when you're talking to read all the comments that are flying past. So if you just send her love and let her know that we're listening. Cool.
Oh my gosh.
So we're on the hour. So where else have we got? People we got from Denmark, Idaho, Western NC. What does NC mean? I have no idea.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Sorry, that's a terrible accent. I saw it on telly once. I shouldn't even say. Try that. Look at all those people. Wow. Those gorgeous faces. I like Dee's tartan. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Yay.
Hey, Chicago. Oh, that's my mom.
Where's your mum?
From Chicago, that's my mom, Lynn. Lynn
Lynn.
just popped in.
Hello, Lynn. She's as gorgeous as you.
Howdy. Oh, thank you. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
He made White Dragon. He made his shirt roar a few minutes ago.
What? The dragons are here.
That was really good. I feel like we should do that.
Give you a sore throat if you do it too much, though.
Oh yeah. I'm not allowed to do that now.
Oh, be careful then. Don't want to lose your voice. Chicago. Oh, Chicago. Hi from someone from London. Woo! At last. Don't feel like I'm on my own.
Did you see another Chicago person?
Yes, well, no, Lynn's from Chicago. There you go, your mum. And then you got snowy North Idaho, Montana. All these places I've never been to.
Belgium.
Not been to Belgium either. Actually, I did once. But I was, those standard stag do's that you go on, you don't remember much. I just remember they had these big drinks. Terrible. I know, not very cultural. Go back when I'm a bit more cultural. 2 minutes past. We'll give it until 3 past, and then we will kick off. What we got? Let's say 39 people. Whoa, it's a good number. Shrewsbury. I love that. Connecticut. Welcome. Hello. Oh, we scared our speaker away. Oh, we got to 40 people. It's lovely to see so many faces as well. As I say, the only recording it does the person speaking, so the only people seeing you are us that are live. The recording does not record the rest of you. If you want to be famous and be on camera, just at some point ask a question and you'll get that. For the peeps from New Zealand, Oz, today's talk might be too early. That's the way it is. We can't please everyone. That's why we record these things, and it goes on the Dragon portal, and they can watch it at their leisure. I think it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, so you know, if they were keen dragon people, they'd be up. But yeah, they get the recordings. Okay, we're 4 minutes past, so I think it's time for us to start. Oh, what are you eating?
Honey, because I do have
Honey.
a sore throat.
Never mind. You'll be fine. By the end of it, the dragons will have cured you.
I'm hoping for that.
Right then, let's start. What? There's still a few more. Oh, we're up to 45 now. Wow. So I'm going to start. So welcome everyone to Dragon Talks. We got a special extra one. There's this beautiful lady here, Alessandra, who's in Italy, in Rome, sent me a message and said she had some messages from the white dragons. She has been talking about priestesses and cosmic dragons and all the rest of it. So she's here and she's going to give us a beautiful presentation and some channeling and maybe some healing. And maybe if there's time at the end, if people have got any questions, maybe we can open the mics if she wants that. We can see how that goes and see how the timings go. She is the only speaker today, which is beautiful. So you know, often we go for an hour, but if we need to go a bit longer, we can. And if it's a bit shorter, so be it. It's whatever the dragons want to bring through, which is amazing. So yeah, so the talk today is about the white dragon priestesses, and our priestesses are going to bring in some shamanic healings and some messages. And the white dragons, for many of us, have been appearing frequently, a lot more frequently recently. And certainly I've got a white dragon in my shamanic temple that came in, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And surprise, surprise, she called Sophia. You know, they were, nearly all of them are, aren't they? And she's beautiful and powerful, and one of the many reasons why I started lots of the dragon stuff. So and there she is. I always imagine that's her. She's gorgeous. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to pass over to our amazing guest. So welcome, Alessandra, Italy in Rome. What's your message for us today?
What's Kevin? So can you hear me? All well?
We can hear you well. It's good.
Okay, good. Well, Kevin, I'm standing or sitting in front of a live dragon. There's few people that I know that just know and claim that they are dragons. So I feel that is you hold a certain dragon power that is just really strong. So thank you.
You're welcome. Can everyone who's not on mute please mute themselves, apart from our speaker?
Well, just really quickly, I do shamanic work. I'm lucky, and my mom's here online, that I grew up with my mother that let me see fairies, allowed me to see them, trained me also to say, well, don't tell that to everyone. I'm 45 years old, so, you know, 40 some years ago when I was 5 years old running around, people were not as open-minded or talking about energies. My first love, sorry, I do have a dragon cat, so I hope that she will respect space. Okay, my first love and identity is energy healing. I mean, everything for me can be explained in energy healing. I do identify, so Kevin, I think you identify as a dragon soul. I really identify as a fairy soul. But for me, the word fairy and energy is super shapeshifter. So now that these dragons are coming so strongly with me, it's a hop over that's not too far off. And when I sense dragons, they shapeshift a lot too, so I feel at home. So just quickly saying, I have a degree in psychology. I studied a little bit of neuroscience to explain the visions that I see. I love going to taking people to sacred sites. I do one-on-one sessions. So many of us do. But I do think that as artists and channels, we're all different. We all do things in different ways, but we do get to the same spot, I think. So I do teach courses too, and I always there ends up being the energy healing explanation of everything in the courses. And my latest favorite words or point of consciousness is Galactic Medusa, of course, because I'm in Italy, and it's a reclaiming the feminine power, which brings us into what we're doing today. Kevin, do you have any idea what we're doing today?
Dragons.
Okay. You sound like dragons. Okay, so I don't like talking about me and what I do, so let's just talk immediately about the white dragons. And I was thinking, Kevin, that I would just start spewing out words and things about this massive, beautiful topic of the White Dragon Collective. And at some point, I'll say, do you catch it? Do you feel it? Do you sense it in your way? And as I'm doing this with Kevin, I'm doing this for all of us because I think that there isn't one answer, and I don't think there's one description. So I'm gonna do my best. As a channel and shaman, I feel that one of my soul specialties is to get or grab out of the universe or universes what's very hard. And I love it, but it's very hard. So to grab it and give it some sort of a description so that then you can link onto it. So let's start with these white dragons. So a while ago, a few years ago, I began to see a white pearlescent dragon. She is white, she's iridescent, she's rainbowy, shimmery. The default is white, but it's these colors that you cannot really describe. And I very recently, in this last maybe year, began to understand that, oh my goodness, I think that that is an aspect of me. But then it gets complicated because I see her as me and I embody her sometimes. But I also see the humanoid form, the fairy form, and the shapeshifter dragon form, and they morph a lot like fire being one of my big elements. And then I also see tons of white dragons. So later on today, if I do get to show you some photos of sacred sites that then I'm leading a retreat to, there's this one site where I met one of the most powerful white dragons, and she came to me. And so now I've already mentioned maybe 3 different dragon frequencies. I mentioned a personal one where she's either my guide or she's me, but she's deeply personal. She's right there. I'm embodying her. Then behind her, there's these dragon guides, a collective. And then the 3rd frequency that I'm talking about is I'm outside in ancient sites, climbing in full daylight, meditating or trying to tune into a dragon, but I'm still like in the regular normal human world, and a massive dragon, and she's white. She comes from the ocean, which was basically half a kilometer away, and she roars her big head. She's also very happy like a puppy dog, and she comes up. So now I have these multiple ways that I'm feeling this white dragon energy. So the code words that I have for us right now are White Dragon Mother, White Dragon Priestess, because the one that roared at me at the sacred site had multiple temples. They were claimed to be ancient Roman temples, but I think they were ancient Etruscan and earlier. And of course, she was ancient. And so her energy was, she was a priestess of the temple, a white dragon priestess of the temple. Then other words that came to me today, I was hiking all day today, so I was in nature and I could feel these white dragons. I keep hearing the word, or words, white dragon clans, plural, lots of clans. And then I kept hearing the word Sophia, and you mentioned Sophia. And I have my own terminology, so I don't remember which religion Sophia comes from, because I think she was maybe mentioned in the Bible, maybe it's linked with the Hebrew religion or before, a Jewish religion. But I know that Sophia means the one God creatrix, the mother God. So I want to take a pause here. Because I see many, many dragon clans, white dragon clans. And I see the one creator source, one energy, but that energy is just so big because it's all of us all together. It's just this massive energy. And we are directly linked to source, always, we are source. just that as a human, it's hard to feel that connection with source. So what I was shown is there's lots of different dragon realms or dragon planets. Even I see sometimes dragons inside our cells. So it's kind of phenomenal in the fairy elemental kingdom and even in the dragon kingdom that you can have these beings. Maybe we are like that too, that you're so minuscule, but then you're also massive. So I'm seeing these dragon clans, the white dragon clan is almost like they are represented in every universe or in every realm. And I think that the vision that I'm being given today as I was hiking is that so many of us might have our own personal white dragon or our own link to the female feminine source that then is the source of all. So everybody's entry point might look or feel different, but is extremely valid. And this is why I wanted to say all these words to honor everybody's white dragon. So Kevin, do you have anything?
When you said those words, so you said White Dragon Mother, Priestess, Sophia, and clans, and for me, because Sophia came into me as my second sort of dragon in my shamanic temple, that resonates with me. And there's the Sophia dragons, aren't there, that I've heard of, and I believe there's some books on a whole mythology behind that, but I've never read myself.
Yeah. So the one that I know of is the Sophia Dragon Code, channeled by Kaya Ra, and she channels a lot of different goddesses like Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Isis, Kuan Yin, and in the end. But what I like about what she's done, because I read her book several times, is she upgrades the energy of each of those goddesses, and she gives you their galactic origin also, and then she takes it on and she says this is all part of the Sophia Dragon clan or tribe. Yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Somebody says Sophia is a Greek name meaning wisdom, and then somebody else is saying the Sophia Dragon Tribe.
Sophia Dragon Tribe. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Yes. Okay, thank you. So that's just a lot of bits and pieces, because when I tune in, things are not simple. Maybe I enjoy seeing the complexity. Maybe I enjoy people coming from all over the world with all of our cultures. So I think we're all bringing these pieces together. So I would like us to feel her or them, because it's bigger for me. Her, maybe it's easier for us to personify and link with, but we're talking about a collective and we're talking about, for me, it's everything, divine feminine, everything. So anything you want to add, Kevin, before I do anything else?
No, that sounds good. Connecting in is always useful.
All right, so I got crystal balls. So let us be approached. I'd like us to be approached by our own personal white dragon, whether it's our own white dragon aspect, or white dragon clan, white dragon mother, Sophia dragons. I want us to feel the personal connection. And for the imagery that I'm seeing right now, it's a white cloud. And in this cloud, there's a huge dragon, and she is Big Mama. Big Mama. And we're getting hugged and surrounded by her. The tail is wrapping around us. And this white light purity, which also feels liquid, so it's liquid white light, is permeating us. So we're feeling hugged, which is a container feeling, but we're also feeling expanded. I also have the feeling of a sweet, sweet dog. Imagine having a big dog that you can cuddle up around. I'm being shown we're surrounded by the white mother dragon, and she is acting like a giant dog, like a giant pet that wants to envelop us, protect us. But I really feel her as this big mama energy, huge energy. Kenanata isen hananata hisono. E no kone isanaha. Io noto netet isen oho nenenai. Iesono uenata. Iesenet eranakasa hayanao. What I think is happening is that she is calling in all the clans and all the dimensions and even all the universes. Whatever these words mean to us, they're all specifically chosen to trigger things, openings in our mind. Ianakatasat it onenek eno konai. Ishuna tatatat en hen henokono. Sikanatat asan ekonoi. Shukunota ayana. Et ionok una esanai. Shunakat es et or winakata taina kaina nakataina. Enokona lahananai. We can visualize this as a massive calling of lots and lots of dragon tribes. Maybe a lot of us, our ancestors, our family, our friends, and even us have been evicted from regular society. And in fact, in ancient lineages, even in the time of before Jesus Christ was born with the Essenes, there's a lot of ancient mystery schools that were underground. So a lot of what we're doing now here is underground energy in a way, but these white dragons are calling it up and calling all of us to come more to the forefront. At this moment, that light language was actually for the dragon clans to come forward. Because as they come forward, then we can link to the clans that we are connected to. So I think that there's more of this calling that is happening. I also see it as a calling for us too. Shumanatai ser hen hoena kau. Shineteren onok enanai it is inat arana koa. Shuanatai dakan etunosun akat easanai. Shukenetes mint et onokonai. Shianakanatai ho. We're being asked to focus on the scales. I have seen this exercise before from dragons. It seems to be etiquette, some dragon etiquette that I'm being shown sometimes. But now we're being invited to see the dragon scales, this white pearlescent, and one of the scales could be this big, bigger than our face. And for us to actually look into the scale and see ourselves in the dragon. And at this point, it's Dragon Mother at this moment, the Dragon Mother, and really have the feeling that you're tapping into your own clan. It might be possible that every one of us here has our own specific clan, our own specific entry point. That's what it sounds like. Iekonoiset ar is en uusen nakaist, untek in et eran aionokoi, suonakata iena hai. So we, the white dragons, are here to help you remember and to help you stand in your place and be in your power, but also to help us come back. We're helping you come back, you're helping us come back. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us, and there's a lot of you, and there's a lot of aspects of you. There's a lot of fear in the world, and there's different kinds of fear. And we, with the White Dragon clan, are very familiar with the different flavors of fear that humans and humanity have been able to do over eons of time. And then that us dragons were able to do it to each other and towards humans. So there is a lot of work to do. But we're bringing the antidote energy to show that it is within you and to bring a massive counterpoint, a massive power point, bigger, as big as a pearl, imagining that you have access to us, this clan, the White Dragon clans, and that we are bringing to you an offering that is a pearl the size of the earth. And in this pearl, you can find yourself and you can find this, your own power given back to you. Because as us dragons and aspects of you were cast out from the churches before the churches were actually built, cast out from so many power places, that was power that you lost and you got to be fractured. We are actually still whole and intact. So as intact high beings or as super beings, we're coming to you saying, we had this, we are taking care of this for you, this beautiful pearl. And as you connect with us and you're creating a bridge, then we can give you this pearl back, and that we get to use the power that you are holding so that we can be on earth too. So it's this beautiful counterbalance, as like a seesaw, that is now stabilizing more and more as we are here. So do not be afraid of holding on to this power. And you can either see it as this is your own power, or you can see it as we are the dragons and we're big and powerful and we are associating with you as allies or aspects. You use whatever psychology you need to step up, because you are wanting to step up. You shunatat is no konait it is in enekanai. Sure that I can it erono. There might be an energy increase coming soon, but do you have any questions? Because I can feel that they're standing at the ready. They want to work with our mind a bit.
I just love the fact that you said step up. I think that's what every one of us truly wants to do, and are not sure how to step up to improve the situation that's currently on Earth.
So I'm speaking and I'm translating, but I can feel two massive dragon heads behind me. I've never seen anything. They're just so cool. They're very regal. Okay, so stepping up means so many things. You can do one action. For example, you can start a website and announce yourself as I am a healer, and that is a radical action of massively stepping up. That is colossal. Or even saying that to someone or exposing yourself. So there are so many ways of stepping up, and if we step up too much, then we might collapse. So it's up to us with our guides to understand, what does stepping up mean? Stepping up might actually mean taking much better care of ourselves, so that eventually then we can be more of an advocate for others and show up for others in other ways. So radical self-care. But in the end, I think we all know how to step up. But maybe with activities like today, we can feel this backup that we have, because this is what I'm feeling. Step up, but we're here. And I keep hearing Big Mama's home. Really, really big mama. Anything else, Kevin?
Just wondering why this pearl is the size of the Earth. What are they telling us?
Well, there's a lot of humor and playing with what we think is important. So if we think of the earth and it's probably the biggest thing we can imagine. So they said, play with this one. And it's funny because earlier I mentioned dragons as minuscule as in cells. And I have seen dragons maybe as big as the earth or as big as Venus. So they're playing with us with the idea, the concept of grandeur and bigness and power. And I think they probably would have gone bigger with the pearl, but that's maybe the biggest thing the concept. And it's a very intimate concept for us because we are on Earth. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm dialed in with the dragons. I think they want to still stay in the mental plane to answer some things or speak about more things, but at some point we will be taken into a shamanic journey with them.
Do you want anyone in the audience to ask you questions for the dragons?
Yes.
Yeah. If anyone wants to ask a question, you can either type it or unmute yourself and ask. This is your moment to ask the dragons.
I like that they're there to support us. I think that stepping forward is often difficult, the first steps. And the idea, I like the image of the two dragons behind you, Alessandra, besides the beautiful white dragon on your shirt, Kevin. That idea that we have backing, there is support for us. When we step forward, we are not alone. Thank you for reinforcing that.
Beautiful.
I saw two questions. What's the significance of the color white for the dragon? And then somebody else asked how to connect with the dragon aspect. So let me get both of those, Kevin. The color white, in your current globalized, colonized teaching educational system, you have been taught that white is the refraction of the color of light. All the colors go into white. Therefore, that has stayed as a strong symbol of purity and totality and everything being connected. There are and can be other symbols for totality and everything being all one and being pure, beautiful, radiant. We are heavily influenced by how you perceive, as we would like to assist your perception of bigness and of power and of what we represent. And as for how do we connect with our dragon aspect, feel in your heart and welcome in a dragon aspect in your heart, knowing that you're safe, grounded, and protected. Maybe you will be asking the assistance of your higher self and of Mother Earth. So you have above and below frequency containing you. Then draw, print, look at images, buy a dragon stuffed animal, have play with your senses as you are a human on earth, play with ways to trigger your interactive experience to see, sense, and feel your dragon aspect. It is easier at times to maybe think your dragon aspect is your guide, as that is easier for your human mind to work around, and then slowly you get more to understand that that is actually you. So if you work with a familiar feeling of mother, father, daughter, guide, emotional connection, then you have a certain level of acceptance, and that brings it closer.
Beautiful. There's a whole bunch of other questions. Do you want to answer those, or do you want to continue and maybe do?
I can answer a few more. The dragons want the mind to be appeased. Yeah.
Can you see them all?
No, I had my eyes closed after the ones I answered.
Right. So there's. Let me just go back. There's quite a few have arrived. Says, do you pick up anything from my white dragon with red eyes from Sixtina?
A white dragon with red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This dragon wants to, similar to the feeling that I have earlier, this dragon is assisting you in personal healing, deep healing, past life and trauma, but is also bringing to you pathways to stars and other dimensions, especially coded in the eyes and in the color.
Beautiful. Another one says, where does the dragon mother stay most of the time? And I feel there's a special connection with the Pacific Ocean. Is this right?
Okay, so a lot of the white dragon, she often is in the ocean and water, but that's because the dimensions that she is from, it's plasmatic water worlds. The white dragon mother resides in places that are more familiar to us. So my link with the dragon mother, I would see her in one place and you would see her in another, because the massive level of abstractness that these high frequencies are we are incapable. It's an incapacity to link with them. So you maybe answered your own question. Stay with the ocean with yours.
And then somebody said, which dimension does the white dragon mother reside? You sort of answered that, but do you want to add any more?
Okay, I was seeing earlier and I'm sensing that there's lineages, and dragons channel greater dragons that channel greater dragons until we are fully, completely linked. So ultimately, this whole white dragon concept is taking us as a pathway and a link to the ultimate one source, whether we call that source the universe's mother, father, God, creatrix. It's ultimately all the way up. I saw that the more we believe in our personal power, the fewer dragons we have in between our connection, if that makes sense.
Cool. Is there any advice on how to face our fears in general and around stepping up?
Okay, I feel strong dragon energy coming in. Let's see how they say this. It is important and it is time for you to feel, all of you, that you are much more supported in the higher realms that you have been made to believe. You have been shocked and scared, and you are swimming in a lot of fear. We are stepping up. We are stepping forward. We are sticking our neck out to make a bridge and connect with you. Please use this connection, but be extremely careful with yourself. You are much more delicate, fragile, and frayed. A lot of you and your nervous systems are frayed. So you really need to listen to yourselves and your inner child to see just how much stepping out you can do. But any little step that you will do, we are with you. So actually do a small step and then reward yourself. We will reward you. You, everyone here, are stepping up by being on this call. You will be guided as to what is the right little step for you. Any step psychologically is breaking we want to use the word sound barrier, ceiling effect, and you will be rewarded. Any step along the way, you are rewarded. You are rewarded. We will make sure that you are more rewarded, and we will make sure that every step you strengthen your connection with your intuition, strengthen your clarity. We bring clarity of connection with everything. We are connection.
Beautiful. Are you good to keep going? Channeling all this energy?
I think I have 2 questions left, and then we're going to do the shamanic one.
Okay. This one says, this pearl, is it a collective of energies the dragons have brought to us?
Yes. As you ask this, yes, but I think it's morphing, and it might be a little bit different for each one of us, but what you said sounds very good.
Okay, and then one more question. Let's have a look what we got here. What is the significance of water in the relationship to dragons?
I'm answering this in relation to the white dragons that we are talking about right now. Water is the basis of the universe, or at least what you understand water to be. Therefore, water or plasma, or water and light, or liquid light. We are using words that best explain, but we would rather have our own words to explain. So if you think of the concept as light, lightning, light penetrates, light is connected to the thunder gods, light is connected to Jesus Christ in the sky, light is connected to Zeus, thunderbolt, and Thor with the thunder. You understand that there has been a masculinization in your language, in your colonized world, whereas water has retained its concept of totality, connection, interconnection, intelligence, codes. And there's also the concept of the feminine, as in water priestesses, but really the totality, and the best word is plasma, plasmatic, as it's liquid and electric, but it's not electric in a pathway, it's holographic. So merge all of those words together, create your own words, but it's banking on the concept of totality, holographic, all connected, all one, and not disintegrated, and flowing and wave.
Beautiful. Irina put a hand up. Did you want to ask something? One final question.
Hi. I was looking for if I can raise my hand. There wasn't anything. There is for me a lot of synchronicity and a lot of the Sophia name and as well white dragons and connection with the dogs. It seems I used to have a pet 3 months ago. He transitioned, but there was his favorite toy was a dragon. And after his transition, another dog brought me a toy. It was a dragon. And every time, like, I even had a dream about he will talk to me and he will say, play toy. And it's kind of all came together through, through synchronicities, and he was white, he was Maltese. So, and as well, I had a couple of visions where I will see black dog and white dog together. And when you mentioned playful, if I see my dragon, like, if I imagine my dragon, it's always with those eyes, dog eyes, and very, very playful, like, he will do peekaboo. That would be like how I see it. So any, any heads up for it or anything you can add about this connection or anything for me.
So it sounds like your pets are still around you and they're showing you that there is this massive link with dragon. Maybe you have a dragon or are a dragon, but there's a dragon aspect that is really with the dog. I often see dragons as cats or dogs, unicorns or phoenix. And snakes. So there's these overlaps in the dimensions. So it feels to me like you have several beings that are coming to you saying, hi, we're here, we're with you. And sometimes those beings merge, especially with pets. I think pets channel and they're portals, so they bring into us what we need. But in this case, I kind of feel like your dragon, your dog was a dragon. And then there's this bigger energy that comes in.
Yeah, very resonate with me because during meditation, I had that, sensations in my body. And then I thought there is a dragon around me. And then my dog was laying on my, lap. And I look at him and I was like, oh my gosh, he's a white dragon. So they're absolutely resonate. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You just now gave me a different kind of white dragon too. So thank you.
Beautiful. I think that's the questions for now. There are a few others, but we can always answer them at the end if you need to.
Okay, so Kevin, do you have anything to say or wrap up before we go on the unexpected white dragon journey?
I think that was beautiful. I think everyone's if everyone wants to send lots of love to the dragons now, I think that's always good. It's always good to thank them for channeling through. But yeah, otherwise,
All right, we're getting
over
ready.
to you.
Okay. So if we can imagine and if we can accept and welcome, there's just so many dragons. This is a big dragon conference. It's the White Dragon Clan. I'm laughing because I always see fairies and I sense fairies, and they're just so serious and wise, but also ridiculous. And so they're joking with me and saying, yeah, you know how they do the twin convention? All the twins from around the world, they gather and they're like so happy because they're weird in the world, but they're awesome. Well, the dragons are doing this. The white dragons are doing this. So we have a teleprompter. The fairies are telling us what's happening, but this is also in honor of all of us from all over the world and how eclectic and unusual our soul vibration is. One of the comments that I saw, somebody said, being multidimensional makes it really hard for us humans to then explain things. So I just feel that I had a feeling this was going to happen. Us together, we are bringing together the puzzle pieces so that we each get to know better this white dragon energy, the white dragon mother. And so right now, again, it feels like this white dragon conference is happening and they're coming in and they're calling each other. It's very exciting because this hasn't happened in a long time. I would say that maybe this hasn't happened since before Atlantis. So we're talking about the times of maybe Lemuria and maybe different versions of Lemuria. So this is a massive, massive happy, happy gathering. I now get to see why the white pearl has a function, because I can see that we're all over the world. We're tuning in from all over the world, and I can see us that we're sitting on this white pearl, and that white pearl now is magnetizing the white dragon clans that are best for us to work with, that are in our highest good, that are part of our soul family, soul signature. So we are being invited to go on dragon flight. Lots of dragons are coming to us and they're offering us a ride. Now what's interesting is if we are also in dragon form, then it means that we're playing piggyback on another dragon. We're a dragon and we're playing piggyback with another dragon. That's if some of us are in dragon form. If you're in fairy form or human form, then you're being a dragon rider, right? Shumanakai. Teka namanakato sono kolukai. Shimukumudada. Chok. Pakadinda kanalagatai sunto kolukunainai. We are feeling shamanically very interesting because we still feel our bodies and we feel vigorous and strong and muscular. But we feel our hearts opening up as we are having this incredible bond with this white dragon. At this moment, the dragon might be a little smaller than we thought, maybe more the size of a horse or a winged horse, Pegasus, or like a unicorn dragon. And we know that we are about to be given access to invisible worlds, worlds hidden from us, up until now hidden hidden from us, hidden from history, hidden from this world, Earth. You might be giggling and laughing and very, very happy because you and your dragon, oh, you're laughing at the world, you're making fun of things like, look at this and look at that. Making fun of things in a very good-natured way. Your inner child is having a good time. Everything feels soft and familiar, very ancient and expanded. Our white dragon is now showing us how we are dragon also. Our hair is whipping in the wind, and we are merging more and more with our dragon. But now we're being taken to a place where we get to see the big white dragon mother, and she is very big. She is as big as a mountain. And we are just simply happy to be in her presence. We have a sense of sacredness and of awe. And as we find her to be sacred, we activate more our self-identity of seeing and sensing ourselves as being sacred and magical and pure and incredible, but really, really, really sacred. The giant white dragon mother is giving us a huge gift. It might be a huge feather or something for us to remember her by. I'm sure we will not forget her, but it's like having part of her essence. Maybe she gave us a scale and we get to wear it as a necklace. Shinamanakadaisend uronakataisen iranau. Shukiranatahire no nokaranai. Tu seranakat et eno no taranai. Shikiranakataisen hai. For some of us, it's important to know that there was sacred priestess lineages, that there were goddesses, that the goddess was channeled and embodied, and we had high priestesses. That there was just more magic than we can imagine in Atlantis and Lemuria, on Earth, different versions of Earth. We leave the white dragon mother, and we focus again on the white dragon that we are on, aware that we really are becoming more and more the dragon itself. But it's nice to have a companion. So this white dragon is really with us. Is a deep, deep soul friend. So we're getting closer back to the big white pearl that is Earth at this time. We're getting closer and closer to the stratosphere, feeling more the sensation and the magnetism and the pull of gravity. And our dragon friend is pulling back a little bit, but we have enough dragon essence in us to still feel that. And we are being invited to slowly come back down into our spaces, into our country, into our town, into our home, into our room, into our chair and bed. And to gently come back into perfect alignment, having brought what with us what we have decided is in our highest good to bring with us. And fully back, moving. Any comments from you, Kevin?
Wow. That was beautiful. I received a scale, a white scale that went around my heart and hugged my heart, and then it just suddenly it burst out, and my whole body was one big scale. It looked like one of those people off June. You ever seen that movie? It was like, and it was like, what is it? And it's like, oh, it's dragon armor. It's like, oh, thank you very much. And when I was flying on the dragon, I became part of a dragon, like almost like an extension of its neck. It was like, oh, I am one with the flying dragon.
Yeah, I can feel
Beautiful.
that too. The neck. Oh my gosh, I love what you said about the dragon armor and the heart. I kind of want to invite that to my experience too, because it feels upgraded protection in a way. Yeah,
Yeah, it was nice armor.
yeah, pearlescent.
I'll be using that.
Yeah, protected.
Mm.
I definitely feel like we got invited to access more and bring it back with us for sure.
So you've got bubble of fire around them. Yeah, protection. Lots of love coming through. Smooth.
Opalescent stone. Oh, somebody got a white opalescent stone. Merci from Lauren Rose, who lives in Paris, but I don't think she's in Paris now.
Yeah.
Flying a small dragon. As a small dragon, on the dragon. Yeah, that's how I was. The scale was offered as a crown.
Oh, wow. Cool.
That is great.
You are now the Queen of Dragons.
Oh, Whisker. Oh, I love this.
Tooth. Wow. The jaw was placed in my third eye. Wow. So many gifts.
Yeah, different kinds of gifts.
The energy was strong. My whole body is going.
I usually have to eat a lot after this.
You know when you're sort of extra excited and you can't quite. My whole body feels like that. It's all fizzing. It's really weird.
Yeah, fizzing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the pearl. Yeah, the earth
I
pearl.
have to go for a run
I love
after this.
that.
Chest armor. Cool. More armor.
Well, yeah, to wear it on her chest, the white scale. Yeah, I actually saw it there too, and it's this big.
Beautiful. Would you like to answer any of the other questions?
Yes.
You see the feather made of diamonds. Wow.
That's great.
Wow. Let me scroll back through. So many comments. What was it? Great questions. Blah blah blah. We've done that. Somebody said, I am guided to go to Iceland. Oh, cool. In August, and know that a white dragon resides there. I feel that I need to connect to the land, but not clear. What is my mission?
Well, that sounds like a big mission enough, and you go there. I had dreams that there was legions of white unicorns calling me to Orkney Islands, and I went there, and there's a big ongoing mission. So you go and be surprised to your Ireland white dragon.
Good advice. Another one saying, following on from the other question, I think, which was about fear, I think, and stepping up. How best to transmute fear and other lower density emotions. How to transmute.
I think what's interesting is that the minute that we are willing to call ourselves out on things, we begin, like the awareness, I think that that begins the transmutational process. But there's lots of different things to do, like breath, yoga breath, the dragon breath, drawing it out. There's lots of different ways. I think you just want to start that process and you can be led. There's exercises like us meeting here today. There's a ton of high level, accelerated quantum, exponential transmuting that happens. Also listening to light language or doing light language. But for me, it's usually a lot of movement. So in a way, there isn't a one answer, but if you like any of those things, or you're led to something that is the right thing for you, you gotta really believe in it too.
Cool. That was a good answer. And then this one, how does it feel as Queen Yen with the white dragon and the ocean as a water goddess? So are they saying, is Queen Yen a water goddess?
I've wondered, I began to wonder that. I've just recently realized there was water and dragons in Kuan Yin. I think there's a lot that we don't know about Kuan Yin. I believe that a lot of the stories that we have of goddesses now are a distorted story. So I think that you're tapping into something that is original or the origin. So I would tap more into abstract feeling rather than some of the specific words and stories. That's what I'm feeling.
Cool. Are the dragons from another universe and came here with light beings, etc., and through portals?
Definitely. A lot of dragons are from other universes. A lot of us are from other universes. So it's not like dragons are more special than us if we are dragons also. But yes, I definitely sense dragons are from other universes, and there's a lot of portals, good positive portals, that they are coming through more and more now. Yeah.
Beautiful. People saying they're feeling the emotion and can't stop crying, which is beautiful. Crying's always good. It's a beautiful release of emotions. Blah blah blah. Why dragons take a human form, and what is the benefit of that?
I think that when a being that is extreme high frequency, even like us in our soul, decides to take a human form, you're choosing to play a video game of reality given those limitations and given those powers. So it's almost like trying to help from the inside out. It's almost like infiltrating a system and saying, well, the only way to properly or successfully infiltrate the system, given its limitations at this point, is this way. That's one answer.
Sounds good to me. There's quite a few stories of dragons being humans because they just wanted to experience a human life as well.
Right, that's the feeling I have too. I think there's lots of answers to that question, which would be fun to ask it to a whole bunch of different healers and you get the different answers and you see where there's the overlap.
Why do humans want to be dragons? I mean, sort of reverse it as well, and think about it yourself. Why would you want to be a dragon? It's just a different experience, isn't it? But yeah,
Yeah.
find one and ask them. I'm sure there's some walking around. Another question says, this is a good one. What's it gone? It's moved. It says, it's from Billy. She says, Dragon Mother, please can you offer us a transmission to release martyrdom? Ooh.
I think that that is a very good question or request. And I think that the dragons, especially the white dragons, are coming back and asking us to step up because we have all been martyred, right? And that energy is just really being transmuted right now, these days. So many of us coming back. The white priestesses with the white flow, the stories and the legends saying that the dragons would eat the virgin, which really was a priestess, and all that martyrdom thing. Oh, it's being transmuted right now. And actually, if we would get back to do the shamanic journey we just did, there were so many things that it was melting away. That was definitely one of them.
Beautiful. And I think that's the end of the questions. Somebody just saying they were gifted a sacred pearl from something white when they were in a dream, didn't see it clearly, now they understand. Good
That
stuff.
was a great premonition. You were ahead of the game. You were feeling all of us. How wonderful. Your future self and your future dragon gave that to you. I like it.
Lots of people saying lots of gratitude. I think I've covered all the questions. If anyone's got any other questions, then please ask them now. Open up your mic or type it in.
I actually want to show pictures of the sacred site where I met the white dragon, and I actually want to see if other people feel dragons in that space, because I'm so excited. I'm leading this retreat. It's happening in April. I'm calling people to come. And if you can't come physically, then you definitely, I'm going to show these pictures. I'm going to have other ways of sharing this energy. But there's the big white dragon presence from the ocean is in one of these big sacred sites. And it's the mothership of the sacred sites that we're going to be in. It's also one where we get to walk around more and not be interrupted. So shall I share those images, those photos?
Please do, yeah. Somebody's saying, wasn't the dragon St. George killed white?
Oh, I don't know, but it's often shown as white, right?
Yeah, I've seen it lots of different colours depending on the pictures. But St. George didn't actually kill a dragon. It was a story they made up. You wouldn't be able to. It's probably just a big lizard.
Okay, so I'm now showing the site, and actually I'm even called it, this site is called Ostiantica. It is an hour north or near north of Rome. It is known right now by archaeologists to be a merchant because it was a port, an ancient Roman town on the port, on the merchant's path. And they, as I was saying, I was excited that there's a place where I can physically go. And it's almost like knowing that there's a dog in the same spot and you get to go pet the same dog the same day. Well, for me, I get to go to that place and there's that dragon that is there. And she feels very physical to me. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm sad I don't get to share pictures. And then I just want to say, come to the retreat, or I just wish, I think I'm going to be sharing more things, more audios, more things to connect with our white dragon, because I think it's big.
Do you see the water priestess?
Oh, can you go on the home page, because I put more photos of the retreat spot
Yep.
on the home page.
I just want to meet that gorgeous lady that's standing there with a globe in her hand. Was that a pearl she was holding in her hand?
It was a globe of energy that could be whatever we need it to be. Really.
Yeah.
Go down and then there'll be, yes, see, here's the pictures. There they are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All roads lead to Rome.
Yes.
So how many more people can the retreat take?
I think we have spots for four spots left.
All right. So if you're interested, then do they contact you?
They contact me, yes, at Alessandra Gilioli at gmail.com. We're spending 5 nights and 4 days in Rome area. We're going to spend 1 day in Rome, and we're actually going to be bringing, listen to this, white dragon eggs into the Rome Vatican area. That's what I was shown. The other days, we're at these different sacred sites. We're going to be doing some cleaning and clearing of the sites, but we're also energizing them, being energized by them, and we're going through a transmutational process. The rest is for us to really discover there, and our big protector of all of this is this big white dragon.
Beautiful. Maybe that's why I've got the armor, so I can walk into the Vatican.
Mm-hmm. I think your armor is a good idea.
Got the, what's further down? So you got the plasma pillars. And this is all about your website. There's you with your hair down. Japan, USA.
Well, let's just close this all up. I want us to have a last. When I do anything energetically, I just want to make sure that we are all wrapped up. I know some people left, and I know they're going to be okay, but we're all protected. And anytime I finish, just like today I think that we are being given the pearl. So we are inside the pearl to close all of our energetic space. But often, weirdly enough, talking about Dragon Mother energy, I see that we are in an amniotic sac, a protected amniotic sac. To finish this off. So I think that we are now going into the world and that we have blessed ourselves through this exercise and with the White Dragon Mother. So I think that I know that there's a collective upgrade because so many people have been speaking about and been seeing this White Dragon energy. I feel like we are going out into the world with this dragon energy and dragon aspect, and that there's this there is a big leveling up. I feel that. I think we're good.
I think we are good. I think everyone would love to send you lots of love. So if you want to send lots of love reactions, please do now. Send your thanks. Thank you for sending all that beautiful energy to us and sharing the white dragons with us. And yeah, that Rome retreat sounds amazing. So there's 4 places left. You better get a move on if you want to go. I'm going.
Kevin is going. If you want to meet the famous Kevin, you come to the retreat.
Be in Rome.
Yeah, Rome. All right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for that. And I'll share all of the questions in case there's any we missed, and we can always answer those on the Dragon portal. And as always, this video will be loaded up to YouTube, the portal, and it'll be in the Facebook group, and it'll be everywhere. And I'll tell everyone. And so, but yeah, thank you very much. It was beautiful to have that energy, and good to see everyone. Beautiful to see so many beautiful faces on the screen as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.